Don't miss any content. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell.
Welcome back to Sahara Football. It's a fine morning here. Getting your suggestion on a few things. As we all know, Ghana have been knocked out of the group stages of the Under-20, currently ongoing Under-20 Afcon, and this is a line. It's in a line of disappointments that have been happening recently with the younger sides, the national teams. I have to say, they have not been doing well for a while now. Ghana football has not been doing well for a while now, and it is starting to show on the international stage, yes. But before I dive into it, as usual, if you are new to the channel, I would like to subscribe to this channel and click the notification bell to get more updates. So today I'm going to ask, what now for Ghana football after the latest disappointment that just took place with the Black Satellites? Yesterday, the Black Satellite lost. They lost to Mali. They needed just a draw but could not get that draw. They lost 1-0 to Mali and were knocked out of the African Under-20 Championship. That follows the Black Queens, who were also knocked out of the group stages of the tournament we were hosting, the Women's African Cup of Nations, and it's in a line within the line of things that have been going badly in terms of the international football. We also remember the Under-17 side, the Black Maidens. They actually did well, but they came undone when it really mattered in the knockout stages. That was the quarterfinal. They won their group stages, all the 9 games, and they were knocked out in the quarterfinal. And also with the Under-20 women's side, it was the same story. Group stages, they were beaten heavily in the group stages and they were knocked out as well from the group stages. I think this is becoming something of a worry, and I think we should brainstorm on it. So let me just give you the rundown. What went wrong with the Under-20 side? Some of you were saying it's the coach's fault. Some said the players didn't show enough dedication. Some say the team selection. At one point, someone told me the team selection, this is not the best Under-20 side, and I have to agree with them. Most importantly, Emmanuel Toku, who was a star at the Under-17 side, was not included in the tournament at all. That was quite shocking from the coach. I was wondering why he did not include Emmanuel Toku. Remember, Under-17 game in India, we went as far as the quarterfinal and were knocked out by Mali eventually. That was the Under-17. Mali have been really a thorn in our flesh, but I don't know why we can't learn from our mistake. We met Mali in 2017. We met Mali, I think, 4 times, and they beat us on all those occasions. It doesn't mean that the coaches are not learning anything. I don't get that statistic. So this is also another factor. The selection of the players. I don't think this is the best Under-20 side in Ghana here. I don't think these players are the best Under-20 players in Ghana here, and I feel that the selection, there were problems with the selection. Also, some of you were saying it is the coach's fault. The coach, yes, his demeanor was not of someone who is positive, optimistic, someone who looks like he can carry the team forward. Remember, after the first game, he was complaining about not having enough time to rest the players and all that, and it fell on deaf ears and we proceeded with the game as scheduled. But we've come to learn in recent times that the coach's demeanor, the coach's utterances, it goes a long way to influence how the players play on the pitch and how they deliver on the pitch. The coach, if he's negative, the players will give negative results, play negatively. And yesterday during the game, I didn't really enjoy what the players were playing. It's like they didn't have a formula. The formation they were using, it's like there was no understanding between them. I don't know, maybe whether it's because of the very little time they had to play together. We all know there's no football in the country right now. That is something which is also a factor which I'll get to later in the conversation we are having here. And it's really worrying. Yesterday, the formation, the way they were playing, there were so many basic things. Their positioning for the goal, there were so many basic things they got wrong, and I think this is the coach's work. I don't think the coach did well enough for Ghana. I was really disappointed yesterday. They just needed a draw. I'm saying just like it was just a draw that they needed to make it to the next round, but unfortunately Ghana were knocked out by Mali, and whether it's the coach's fault or the players' fault, both of them have to take some blame here. We did not make it to the Under-20 World Cup. The semi-finalists all will go to the Under-20 World Cup, and Ghana is out. The boys will return on Monday. So another reason someone also gave me was because of Anas's expose. He said Anas' expose broke down Ghana football, and that brought a halt to all footballing activities in the country. Now, to some extent, yes, that is true. Anas' expose brought a lot of things down to a halt. We had the whole GFA that was dismantled. Normalization committee had to be formed to bring back the football. Now the normalization committee's mandate will end next month, 31st of March, and the new GFA elections will take place, and we'll find out who will be the next GFA president and the new GFA setup. So yes, to some extent, Anas's expose has caused this. Most of the players play for Dreams, Wafa, and so many other clubs who played in the Ghana Premier League, and lack of competitive football is also a factor in this. Yes, it really affects a player to some extent. Yes, you can train all you want, but if you don't play any competitive football, we all know what will happen to you. WAFU 2017, I think the league was ongoing, and the players who formed the Black Stars B team were also in the league. Some were playing for Kotoko, Hearts of Folk, and so many players. And even after the WAFU tournament, we went back to the league and started playing our league as normal. I think that's also a factor. The lack of competitive football, that's a factor. We need to get our football back. And with the normalization committee, special competition, I think there's going to be a lot of problems. I'm hearing some clubs are taking the normalization committee to court. Some clubs are not interested in taking part. So many issues that are going on behind the scenes. It's supposed to start on the 16th of February. That's what I heard. But I don't think it will kick off then. I'll let you guys know as and when I get more information on that. That's the normalization committee, special competition, which is supposed to bring some form of competitive football to the country. And the way nothing is going on, it is starting to show on the international stage against in the juvenile under 17, under 20 women football basically in Ghana here on a normal day is not really taken serious. But in those times, like formerly before the Anas expose, we're having some sort of football being played, but currently nothing is going on, and it's really showing now. It's really becoming a problem. Another thing is we take planning for granted in this country. When I go visit the Ministry of Education and Sports right now, I doubt if they will tell me if they can present to me a 10-year plan for Ghana football, how they plan to grow the football from the grassroots, juvenile, codes, and all those things. How do they plan to grow the football? Because it is a business. If we do it well, it will enrich the country in general. It will enrich all of us. They don't see it like that. We don't plan. That is one thing. Our planning is really poor. Planning for things like this is really poor. The planning for the under 20 boys for the tournament was very poor, and it has shown. The best teams are in the semi-final right now. You can't deny that. The best teams are there right now. They deserve to be there. So the under 20 side did not plan well, and I think it also went a long way to worry them. And the country has to plan better for the football in the country. We need a better planning system. We need a long-term and a short-term plans. We all know countries like Qatar had plans, a 4, 5-year, 10-year plans to improve their football and to win a major tournament. You just don't get up and win a major tournament as we are all saying we want to win Afcon 2019. It won't just happen like that. It is planning and a whole lot. We need to plan well. Strategic planning has to be put in place. We need to grow the young footballers in the academies. We need to nurture them. It's the system here does not allow that, and it is starting to show. If you don't plan, it will show. Yes, it will show. The juvenile leagues are not being played as they used to be, and it's showing. Another thing I also heard was that since they introduced the MRI system where you have to check the MRI to validate if a player is really under 20, we have been suffering in the under 20, under 17 tournaments, meaning that we were using players who were older than they actually were at first. And I think this is also another factor. It's quite surprising when I heard it. It's also another factor we should consider that has led to this. Ghana football, what now for us? We need to always look within. Greener pastures are not always the best. There's so much here in this country that can be done. The players don't always need to look outside the country. If we plan well and make it conducive, they will not have to be looking outside and getting. So many players are sold into slavery and other stuff because they want to play outside the country. People take advantage of people steal and they fraud people out of their money and so many other stuff, and it's really worrying. It's really worrying. Countries like Qatar and Germany have introduced this long-term plan into their academy system. England, if you can remember, won the under 17 and under 20 championships, World Cups in the same year. They have been planning. Sat down, drew a plan with the authorities, and it will bear dividends, it will bear fruits no matter what if you plan well. People will say there is no money, but you don't need money. First of all, you need a solid plan. If you have a solid plan, people will invest in it. The National Cathedral is going to be built. People are investing into it because they like the idea. If your ideas are good, if the football ideas are good, I believe people will invest in it. So these are the things measures I think we should take that will help us in the long run. And what do you guys think? What now for Ghana football? You can also suggest your measures in the comments box. Let me know your thoughts. You've said a lot in the highlights that I posted, but let me know your thoughts. What now for Ghana football? It is now becoming a problem. And those who said they are not exposed, we all know this was bound to happen. If there's a problem with someone, if someone is sick and sometimes they give him the drug, the person gets worse before it gets better. I think it will get better, but sometimes it has to get worse before it gets better. It's not always the case, but sometimes it is. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments box. What do you think can be done to improve the Ghana football? What now? It is becoming a big problem. What now for Ghana football after this latest exit from the under 20 championship, which I feel we could have gone and won it as well if we had planned better? Let me know your thoughts in the comments box. I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your day.